Hey guys, it's been a while. But what is going on, everybody? It's your boy DylanDaVillain coming back at you once again with some Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. It's Monday of March. We're headed to WrestleMania. You know what that means. It's time for some Monday Night Raw. And it's been a while since I recorded, so if I fumble on some lines, please bear with me. It's been about a month in real life since I recorded. For those of y'all who watch the series and know what's going on, I just had a newborn baby. He is doing great. Healthy as can be. Mom did good. Everything is going good. It's been about a month in real life since I recorded. So hopefully we can keep that momentum going and put on an awesome show here. But I'm sure y'all are tired of me talking. Y'all already see that our opening segment got a 95. Which is awesome. I can't wait to see what the rest of the show gets. But here we go. We are going to start it. We open up Monday Night Raw as Rocky Maivia, the winner of the Fatal 4-Way pay-per-view main event, making his way to the ring. The fans boo him, and he pays them little to no mind, with a sinister grin on his face and a swagger-like purpose in his step. He gets in the ring, he gets the mic, he goes to talk, but the fans continue to boo. The fans continue to chant, "Da, Rocky, da! Da, Rocky, da! Da, Rocky, da!" He laughs at him, and he interrupts him. He doesn't even care. He interrupts him as he starts to speak. Say whatever you want to say, because last night I proved why I'm the most electrifying man in all of professional wrestling. And why not a single person in the back in that locker room can stop my climb to the top. I beat 4 other men last night, if you want to call them men, and I showed why I'm destined to do great things in this sport of professional wrestling. So boo me all you want, chant whatever the hell you want, because your main event at WrestleMania is set in stone. I'm going to main event WrestleMania. I'm going to beat that candy-ass jabroni punk known as Dwayne Gill. I'm going to win the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight title, and not only become the youngest person in company history, but I will be the first black man in company history to hold that prestigious title. And that's a promise, that's a fact. You can take that to the bank, you can cash it, that's set in stone, because if you smell, and as he goes to deliver his famous catchphrase, Owen Hart's music hits, and Rocky has a confused look on his face. He really doesn't understand why Owen Hart's coming out. As he makes his way to the ring, Owen makes his way to the ring with a mic in his hand, and he goes, "Rocky, Rocky, Rocky. For someone as talented as you are, you sure are one egotistical little punk. I guess you forgot what happened last night, because last time I checked, it was Doolove who was whipping your so-called candy ass in the match before I had to come down and handle some business on my own. So, no disrespect to you, Rocky, but if anyone should be next in line for the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight title, it should be me, not you. In fact, I'm positive if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be going to the main event of WrestleMania. It would be that stupid idiot Doolove." By this time, Owen is already in the ring. Rocky gets in Owen's face as they talk smack to one another. They're going back and forth. They're talking smack to each other. When all of a sudden, you hear that famous glass shatter. And it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. His music hits. The fans go ape shit. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Fans are going crazy. Owen and Rocky both look confused as Stone Cold makes his way out to the ring as he does his famous trash-talking swagger, pumping himself up before he gets in the ring without missing a beat. He gets in the ring, he pushes Owen Hart aside, and he gets right in Rocky's face. And Stone Cold goes, "What's this? What's that trash that you're talking about last night, son? You think you're big shit now that you just won one little match in your little wrestling career, and it's alright for you to run your little gums? Hell, a few months ago, you was opening the show. Hell, I don't even know your name, and I barely even know your name now. So what's your name, kid?" And Rocky goes to say his name, and Austin hits him with that, "It doesn't matter what your name is, son, because the bottom line is, if you don't want me to stomp a mud hole in your so-called candy ass and walk it dry, you best keep your damn mouth shut about me, son." And then Owen grabs Austin by the shoulders and he goes, "Excuse me, but this doesn't involve you. So you better get in the back of the line, Austin, before I make you quit, before my brother does." And at that moment, Stone Cold kind of gives him a look like, "Oh, I know you're not talking to me." He turns his head sideways and he laughs. And he decks Owen Hart right in the mouth. Boom, he hits him. They start going at it. Rocky kind of steps back for a minute. Austin's getting the upper hand. And then Rocky decides to jump in. He throws Austin back down. And him and Owen start double teaming Austin. But then Dulove's music hits. And Dulove comes out to the ring with a chair in his hand. And he runs off Rocky. He runs off Owen and Rocky. Owen and Rocky look at each other on the outside the ring. And Owen kind of is just like, "Hey, man, thanks for the help." And as they go to walk off, Vince McMahon's music hits. "No chance. That's what you got." And it's Vinnie Mac. And he has a mic in his hand. And he goes, "What the hell you think this is? You think this is WCW or something? Where wrestlers run the show? No, this ain't WCW. That's the World Wrestling Federation. I'll run this damn show. And since you four want to fight each other so damn bad, I got an idea. Why not we have ourselves a little tag team match tonight?" Owen then says, "Well, hold on, Vince. Wait a minute. What about Austin's no-compete clause in his contract with my brother Bret? That wouldn't be fair if, let's say, Austin ends up getting his back broke." And then Vince, he takes that in consideration and he goes, "I believe Austin should have an opportunity to warm up before his big WrestleMania match against your brother Bret. So, in my mind, and I'm sure Austin would agree, what contract?" Steve Austin smiles real big at Vince. And Steve Austin points at him and kind of nods his head. And we really don't know what Steve Austin's saying. But Owen and Rocky cannot believe what they just heard. Dulove, though, he kind of seems off. Dulove kind of seems off. He's holding the chair. And he looks very angry. And he looks like he's no games in all business tonight. Wow, that's the opening segment. It advanced some storylines. Good friends, better enemies gained heat. Rocky came across well. Owen did good. Dulove was fantastic. Vince underperformed. Owen improvised well. Dulove did a masterful job. Stone Cold clearly loved not having a script. Vince loved not having a script. Announcing quality boosted the match. Steve Austin would have benefited from having a hot catchphrase, and Steve Austin benefited from having groundswell of public support. Opening segment got a 95. I hope the rest of the show does good. Man. I hope this does not curse us with our opening segment with a 95. I hope the show continues to do good. But our next match, for those of y'all watch, and those of y'all don't watch, we're having a light heavyweight tournament. And tonight is going to kick off the first match of the light heavyweight tournament. The tournament was selected randomly. I put all names in a random generator, and whoever the person got put up against is who they're going to fight. And the next two men are the opening match of the night. Of the tournament and of the night. And our next segment is Jushin Thunder Liger versus Juventud Guerrero in the first round of the light heavyweight tournament in a bout that had terrible wrestling, nonsense, and crowd heat. Jushin Thunder Liger defeats Juventud Guerrero by pinfall with a sheer drop brainbuster. The match got a 59. I wish it would have did better. But considering these two are not really popular in America, it did pretty good. This was part of the light heavyweight tournament. With 8 men are going to compete in a tournament, with the final 2 meeting each other at WrestleMania, with the winner of that match becoming the new light heavyweight champion of the World Wrestling Federation. Jushin Thunder Liger advances into the tournament, and we go on to our next segment. And I believe this is the segment that everybody was waiting for. As y'all all know from last night, screw it, I'll go ahead. As y'all know of last night, Jim Cornette turned his back on Vader and aligned with Dwayne Gill, helping Dwayne Gill beat Vader in a last man standing match. To many fans' shock and surprise. As we know, Dwayne Gill accidentally backed into Jim Cornette's car, and Jim Cornette swore revenge. But it looks like Jim Cornette's singing a different tune. But let's go on to the segment. We see a nice penthouse apartment in the sky. As we see Dwayne Gill in a hot tub with 4 beautiful women smoking a fat cigar and Dom Perignon champagne on ice. And the Gill's living it up. He's smoking. The girls are kissing him on the cheek. He's living his best life. And then we see Jim Cornette come in front of the camera, and he says, I just wanted to show you fans how my client lives. My new main eventer is living in the lap of luxury. I know a lot of you fans are wondering why I would take Mr. Gill under my wing and offer my services as the world's greatest manager. Hell, everyone I've ever managed has become huge main event stars, legend in the sport of professional wrestling. The Midnight Express, the Rock and Roll Express, Yokozuna. I even managed Owen Hart and Davey Boy Smith, just to name a few. And trust me, I know a superstar when I see one. And as for Gill, he is a superstar. He is a megastar in the making. Just waiting to be molded by someone with my talents. I know a lot of y'all are thinking our relationship was in turmoil over a little fender bender. But after my conversation with Mr. Gill before the pay-per-view, I realized that that's all water under the bridge. Because we have bigger fish to fry. You see, I will let such petty things go away. Realizing that there's a much bigger picture coming into focus. As Mr. Gill's new manager, he signed a one-of-a-kind exclusive contract with me for my services for his main event match and all his matches leading up to his match at WrestleMania for the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight title. And with me in his corner, I guarantee my newest client and my new main event star, and each and every one of you in the audience and fans at home, he will become the new World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Champion. And you can take that to the bank. And as for those of y'all wondering why I turned on Vader, well, Vader, your time's up, buddy. You had your moment in the sun and the spotlight. It's time for you to take a back seat and let new, younger talent step up. And Mr. Gill did just that last night. He showed everyone why he's tougher than a Waffle House steak. And Vader, no hard feelings, brother. It's just business. And I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors here in the World Wrestling Federation. Wow. Jim Cornette. Dwayne Gill signed a one-of-a-kind exclusive contract with Jim Cornette. I guess Jim Cornette put little petty things like a fender bender aside, and he's going to manage Dwayne Gill moving forward. Does this mean Dwayne Gill is turning heel? Does this mean Vader's turning face? We don't know, but we have the answers. I guess we have our answers of why he turned on Vader. And why he teamed up with Dwayne Gill. I guess he sees Dwayne Gill as being the figurehead for the World Wrestling Federation coming soon. We don't know. We will find out what's going on with that. Until then, I guess Dwayne Gill's just going to have fun with his chicks and champagne and cigars. Segment got an 81. Announcing quality gave it a boost. And that increases the Backstabber storyline. It advances. And we move on to our next segment. And let's just say I'm kind of excited for this next segment. I was excited for this one, but the next segment I'm really excited for. And it is. Oh, it did good. It did good. Doolove. And we go backstage and we see Doolove sitting in a chair with his head down, and it seems like he's talking to himself. in the locker room as Michael Cole comes in. And Michael Cole stops because he hears Doolove talking to himself. And you hear Doolove say, I told you he was going to hurt us. But you told me to shut up. In a very cowardice, timorous voice, as he's just rocking back and forth in his chair, and then he quits rocking, and he sits up straight, and he goes, "Oh, have mercy, Manny. Relax. It's okay. I have it under control. Don't worry, Daddy-o." And this voice seems more in line of Doolove instead of the last voice. This is very Sagan voice, very upbeat, very, very happy and laid back. And then all of a sudden he goes, I know, he starts rocking back and forth in the chair, and he goes, I know, love, but I hate him. He's so careless and ruthless. In that same cowardice, timorous voice. And then he sits back up again and he goes, Manny, please, baby, Jackie boy is just looking out for us. He doesn't like seeing y'all melancholy, and neither do I. Look, I got a tag team match tonight with Steve Austin as my partner. So quit worrying. We're teaming up with one of the baddest men in the company. And then all of a sudden, Michael Cole, he kind of looks around and he moves forward and he goes, excuse me, Doolove? And then all of a sudden, like, you hear like three voices talk at once, and they go, yes? And he goes, I was wanting to know if you have time to talk about your upcoming match tonight and how you feel about Owen Hart attacking you last night at the pay-per-view. And when Michael Cole was asking Doolove went from being happy-go-lucky, kind of upbeat, and he kind of, his right hand starts shaking a little bit. And he goes, Owen Hart, you're supposed to be my friend! I helped him when no one else did. And this is what you did to me! Owen, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that, Owen! Because I'm back! And I'm in control now! Bang, bang! Oh my God! What the hell is wrong with Doolove? What the hell is going on with Doolove? The segment got an 84. Oh my God! What the hell? What the hell? We're gonna move on to our next segment, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna move on to our next segment, and it is the Headbangers taking on the Steiners, and the Steiners pretty much squashed the Headbangers when Scott Steiner put that old Steiner recliner on Mosh and made him tap out. Thrasher got a 37, Mosh got a 37, Scott with a 75, and Rick with a 72. Both teams have excellent tag team chemistry together, which is awesome. Announcing quality gave it a boost. The match only got a 49, which, I mean, I was hoping it would do better. But the Steiners pick up they just beat the hell out of the Headbangers, and they pick up a win. We go to the next segment, and Vince McMahon comes out to the stage as the Steiners are in the ring celebrating, and Vince goes, boys, last night was not y'all's night, which I understand. You can't win them all. But tonight, I was impressed of what you did with the Headbangers. And I want to offer y'all an exclusive contract to the World Wrestling Federation. So, what do you say? And Rick and Scott both stand in the ring, and they looked at each other, and Scott calls for a mic, and Scott gets the mic, and he goes, you see, Vince, these two pissantses never had a chance because they didn't have a chance, and you put them in the ring with us, and you see what happens. Your tag team division is nothing but a bunch of fat asses who don't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch. But I'll tell you what, Vince, we'll sign your contract to be exclusive wrestlers to the World Wrestling Federation if, and only if, you give me and Rick here, my brother Rick, a shot at the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team titles next week. And Vince stands there and goes, all right, y'all impressed me enough with y'all's match tonight. So be it. Next week on Raw, we're going to have a World Wrestling Federation Tag Team match. The Outlaws versus the Steiners. And welcome, guys. Welcome back to the World Wrestling Federation. And that's that segment. The segment got an 80. So the Steiners are going to sign an exclusive contract to the World Wrestling Federation next week in exchange for them getting a title shot on next week Monday Night Raw. So we already have one big match booked for Monday Night Raw next week, which is the Steiners versus the Outlaws. I can't wait for that match. That's going to be a good match. I'm positive that's going to be a good match. Like I said, that segment got an 80. Vince did a wonderful job this time, and announcing gave it a boost. And we move on to our next segment, which I believe it is Goldust versus Double J Jeff Jarrett in a decent match. Double J Jeff Jarrett defeated Goldust. He beat Goldust in 12:39 by pinfall. But during the match, we also had Shane Helms come out and distract Goldust. Shane Helms helped Double J once again pick up the victory. Segment got a 61. Goldust 76 and Jeff Jarrett with a 61. Announcing gave it a boost, and Goldust has crowd support. So Goldust failed a drug test a while back, and he just got off his suspension. I apologize. His suspension, and I had a big story planned out for Goldust all the way to WrestleMania, but he failed the drug test. So now, as of right now, he's kind of just helping younger guys that I want to push get up on the card and stuff like that. But Goldust is still doing a wonderful job, and he has crowd support. So maybe after WrestleMania, we can give Goldust that storyline that I wanted to give him. If he doesn't fail a drug test again, which I'm hoping he doesn't fail a drug test again, because if he does, then I'm going to have to send him to rehab. And I already have a bunch of people in rehab, and I don't want to send more people to rehab. But we are going to move on to the next segment. Okay. So that kind of spoiled it, but okay. All right. So, after the match, Jeff Jarrett and Shane Helms are in the back, and they're happy that Jeff Jarrett picked up a big win against Goldust, and Michael Cole stops him and goes, Jeff, can I have a few words with you real quick? And Jeff goes, go ahead, slap nuts. I don't have all day. I got some beautiful ladies in my locker room waiting for me, so make it quick. And Cole goes, with your wins building up week after week, what's next for Jeff Jarrett? And Jeff Jarrett looks at him confused and goes, what's next for Jeff Jarrett? Are you stupid or something? What's next for Double J? Can you believe this guy? Shane, get rid of him. And then Shane Helms steps in and he goes, interview over, buddy. Get out of here. And Shane Helms grabs Michael Cole by the back of his shirt and throws him out of the picture. And then Jeff Jarrett rubs his hands together and he smiles real big and goes, so you got those ladies in my locker room, right? Shane Helms goes, oh yeah, I got some ladies for you. And Jeff Jarrett slaps him on the back and goes, good work, my boy. And they go to his locker room and they open up the door, and sitting in his locker room is Mae Young. Mae Young! And she has a big smile on her face. And Jeff looks shocked and horrified, and he smiles at her real big. And he goes, give me a minute, sweetheart. And he shuts the door, and he shuts the door to his locker room, and he looks at Shane Helms and he says, what the hell is this? That ain't no lady. That's a old grandma. And he goes, hey man, I did my best, all right? No women in the back wanted to meet you or hang out with you. I did my best, man. The only person who wanted to get some action was Mae Young. And Jeff stands there and he puts his hand in his face and he goes, Shane, I don't want to celebrate my victory with some 90-year-old woman, all right? And all of a sudden the door opens and Mae Young is standing there at the door, and she grabs Jeff and she gives him a big old kiss and goes, come give mama some loving. And then Jeff backs off and he looks like he's about to throw up and he looks sick. And then he then looks at Mae and goes, I'm sorry, Miss Young, but I'm not feeling too good. Maybe Shane feels great. Maybe Shane can show you a good time. And then Mae Young then looks at Shane Helms too, and she goes, I'll take both of you. And she grabs both of them and pulls them in the locker room and shuts the door. And then all of a sudden you hear both of them scream. And that's that's that segment. So Jeff Jarrett wanted Shane Helms to pick him up some hot, beautiful women, and the only woman that wanted anything to do with Jeff Jarrett was Mae Young. Basically, it was a comedy segment, and Mae Young getting her some young meat. Oh, all right. Oh man, that's good. Wait the hell a minute! What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? Somebody get a camera back there! Get a camera back there! Oh my God! Wait a minute! Oh my God! We cut into the locker room, and it's Sid. He's on top of Triple H, and he's beating the shit out of Triple H. He's just pounding away at him. He got him. He's beating him in the head. Triple H is busted open. He's pouring blood everywhere. Oh my God, Sid picks up Triple H and powerbombs him through a table in the locker room. Oh my goodness, what the hell is wrong with Sid? Oh my God, somebody get medical help back there. Oh my God, the referees are coming in. The referees are in there. Oh my God, they're trying to get Sid back. But Sid pushes him away, and he continues to kick Triple H on the floor. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Oh, Sid then sees Triple H's Intercontinental Heavyweight title, and he looks at it. And Sid says, if I can't have my World Wrestling Federation heavyweight title match, then I'll have your title instead. Oh, hey Hunter, why don't you say hi to Sean for me? And he kicks Triple H right in the damn head, and he throws the IC title at him. Oh my goodness. And the referees and road agents then grab him out and pull him out and tell him to leave as they check on Triple H. Triple H is bloodied up, battered, and everything like that. I guess Sid's saying that since he ain't having his World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight title shot, that he's taking the Intercontinental title from Triple H instead. The segment got a 95. Awesome shit. Awesome stuff. That's good shit. But we cut back to the ring. And it's Adam Bomb in the ring. And Adam Bomb standing in the ring. And all of a sudden, boom! The fire goes off. And it's Kane. And Kane comes to the ring with Paul Bearer. We haven't seen Kane. The only time we've seen Kane is with The Undertaker doing the things. And this is pretty much, I believe this is Kane's second match here in the World Wrestling Federation. And he beats the shit out of Adam Bomb. Less than 5 minutes with a choke slam. Adam Bomb with a 48. Kane with an 83. That's good shit. That's good shit. Announcing gave it a boost. Kane and Paul Bearer have awesome chemistry, which we already knew that. And Kane, being awesome, being Kane, he got the crowd support. Match got a 56, which I thought it was going to do better, but it is what it is. I can't change that. We went from a 95 to a 56, but hey, hopefully that doesn't hurt our final rating. But Kane wins. But after the match is where the steak and potatoes are, ladies and gentlemen. After the match. 87, not bad. Paul Bearer then grabs the mic. And he says, oh, Vince. Just because The Undertaker isn't here tonight doesn't mean that The Undertaker and the Dark Lord is done with you. But for now, Kane is getting restless waiting on the sidelines for his turn. So I went to the Dark Lord and I asked him for permission to unleash the monster Kane upon the World Wrestling Federation. And the Dark Lord gave me his blessing along with The Undertaker. So I have a challenge for you, Vince. And I have a challenge for you, Paul White. Next Monday, Kane wants a bit of the action. And he wants a match with you, Paul White. And he wants that match to be anything goes hardcore. And I want to know your answer, Vince and Paul, this shotgun Saturday night. Because if we have to wait any longer, I don't think Kane will be too pleased. Oh, yeah. So what's it gonna be, Vince? Are you gonna accept my challenge? Or are you gonna let Kane and The Undertaker and the Dark Lord have their way with other superstars? Oh yeah. The segment got an 87, guys. Vince McMahon underperformed. I don't know why. Vince is pretty much a hit and miss on most of his, anything that he's in rated on mic. It's usually a hit or miss. The Undertaker looked great. Undertaker improved good. Paul White benefited from being the flavor of the month. And Kane being Kane. Fans love Kane. 87. I think I already said that. And we're going to go to our next segment. I believe our next segment is hyping up. Oh my God, another 95. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. All right, so I'm starting to learn who's good and who's not good. And I'm starting to learn who's good with a mic and who's not good with a mic. So here we go. We cut backstage as we hype tonight's big main event, which is a tag team match. We have Rocky Maivia and Owen Hart taking on the team of Doolove and Stone Cold Steve Austin. We see all four men walking backstage to the ring. Rocky with his confident swagger. Owen Hart with his newfound attitude and his step. Steve Austin with his I don't give a fuck swagger. And Doolove looking off. He, his hands twitching and his head's twitching, his eyes twitching. Who is going to walk away the winner of tonight's big main event? Is it going to be Rocky Maivia and Owen Hart, or will it be Doolove and Stone Cold Steve Austin? We are going to find out when I click next segment. But I'm going to narrate the match. I'm going to narrate the big main event match. Both teams make their way to the ring, and we start this match. And Doolove wants to start the match, and Steve Austin's, okay, go ahead. Doolove wants Owen Hart, but Owen wants no part of it. And he lets Rocky start the match. And they start off, Owen Hart showing how much of a man he really is by not wanting to have anything to do with Doolove. But Rocky is on the receiving end of Doolove's vicious assault. Doolove looks to be a whole different person than what he usually is tonight. Everyone, very unorthodox style that he's showing. Most of the time he's very, I wouldn't say technical, but he knows how to throw a few holds. Tonight it seems like he's very like a brawler, you know, like that very unorthodox style from Doolove, very brawler-like. Doolove goes to tag Austin in, but Rocky stops him. Rocky stops him. As we said, we open up the match with Doolove and Rocky. Rocky stops him. Rocky then tags in Owen. Rocky gets the upper hand on Doolove and tags in Owen. Owen is only coming in the ring when Doolove is down, but Doolove comes to, and he beats the freaking brakes off Owen Hart. Owen Hart finally breaks free. He tags Rocky back in the match. As Austin tags himself into the ring from Doolove, Rocky and Austin are in the ring. They have a stare down, and they start swinging for the fences like the typical Rocky Austin thing did that we all came to love. They're back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until Austin finally gets the upper hand. He goes to hit a stunner. Whoops. He goes to hit a stunner. Yes, he goes to hit a stunner, but Rocky slips out of it. And he goes for a rock bottom. But Austin then reverses that and gets out of it. They continue to go back and forth until Austin throws Rocky against the rope, and Owen secretly tags himself in. And Rocky kind of looks confused, and Austin is ready. He tells him to come on in the ring. He moves his hands of, come on, son, come on, get in the ring. Austin unloads on Owen Hart, beating him like a government mule. Then Austin looks at Doolove, who wants in this match. Doolove has been waiting to get his hand on Owen Hart. Austin then tags him in. Doolove steps in and stands there looking down at Owen. He doesn't attack him. He just stands there. His hands start shaking. And he starts saying, "No! No! No!" And then he starts twisting his head and he goes, "Yes! I'm gonna do it!" And he goes to the outside of the ring and he gets a chair. Oh my God! He has a chair. What the hell? He can't have a chair. The ref tries to stop him, but Doolov's not giving it up, and he hits the damn ref with the chair. What the hell is he thinking? Austin's standing there on the apron like, what the hell? What the hell are you doing? Then Doolove then drops the chair, and he stands there for a minute. And then he falls on the ground, and he's rocking back and forth, pulling out his hair and crying, and he's rocking and crying, and Austin's like, what the fuck? You know, like, what the hell's going on? Austin didn't get in the ring while Owen is looking outside of the ring, looking what's going on with Doolove, and Owen's like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Austin then turns him around, boom, hits him with the Stone Cold Stunner. Owen then rolls out of the ring, he falls outside the ring. Rocky's standing there on the apron. Him and Austin lock eyes, and Rocky's eyes get big as the freaking moon. And Austin then grabs Rocky, throws him into the ring. Austin beats his ass. Rocky beats his ass. Rocky then gives Austin a low blow as Austin goes to pick him off the mat. Rocky hits Austin with a rock bottom. He covers him. The fans are counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here comes the referee. The ref runs down to the ring. 1, 2. Oh my God, Austin kicks out. Rocky cannot believe it. Rocky is telling the referee it was 3. Referee's like, no, it's 2. Rocky then goes to pick up Austin again. Austin goes to hit him with a stunner. Rocky reverses it. Boom, another rock bottom. This time ref in the ring. Rocky goes to pin him. 1, 2, 3. Oh my freaking God. Oh my God. Rocky Maivia beats Stone Cold Steve Austin. He beats Austin. Oh my God, what just happened? Rocky Maivia beats Austin. Oh my God. No, that's not. No, it's supposed to be Austin. Oh no, why did it do that? He beats Austin. It says Doolove, but he beats Austin. Oh my God. Another new mistake. The match got an 89, which I was hoping it would do better, but Austin with a 98, Doolove 93, Rocky with a 90, and Owen with a 94. Match did awesome. Awesome. After the match, Rocky then rolls out of the ring. He picks up Owen from the outside as they go to hightail it out of there. Austin's laying in the middle of the ring, and then all of a sudden, we hear a theme music hit that we haven't heard in a very long time, and it is Bret the Hitman Hart. Bret Hart then comes out, and he comes out, and he's walking, and Rocky and Owen are making their way up to the ramp, and Hart and Rocky lock eyes, and they stand there, and it seems like Bret is telling him something, but Bret smiles. You know, really doesn't care. And he walks into the ring. Austin is starting to get back up as Bret enters the ring. And Bret stands there as Austin's getting up. And they lock eyes. And he kicks Austin right in the knee. And Austin buckles and falls back down. And Art starts kicking him in the legs. As the ref tries to stop it. And Art pushes the referee down. Bret Hart pushes the referee down. And then he gets Austin. And he stands there and he taunts. He taunts the sharpshooter, and he locks Austin in the sharpshooter, and Austin is screaming in pain as more referees come out trying to break it up, but Hart is not letting it go. He does not. And then finally, the refs convince him to break it. He throws Austin's leg down, and he laughs, and he tells him to give him a mic. And he gets the mic, and he says, "Let this be a notice to everyone in the back that I'm back, and I'm not taking any more bullshit from anybody. And Austin, you've been running your mouth since I've been gone for way too long. And at Mania, I'm going to shut you up once and for all." And that ends the show, ladies and gentlemen. The segment got a 95. Everything. All the storylines advanced and gained heat. Owen came across looking good. Do Love came across looking good. Rocky's performance was awesome. Steve Austin's performance was fantastic. Owen Hart was a superb, working without a script. The crowd, palm in his hand, blah, blah, blah. Do Love improvised well. Rocky improvised well. Steve Austin doesn't like working with a script, which everybody doesn't have to work with a script for me. Bret Hart improvised well throughout the segment. Austin benefited from having a hot new catchphrase, and he benefited from Graham Will's public support. That finishes the show. And our final rating is 88. Not bad. Not bad at all. This show increased our popularity in 36 regions and would have gained us one popularity in Canada and one Canadian region, but the growth restricted that due to the limited number of viewers. And the pre-show, we had the Hardys defeat Edge and Christian, like always. Throw in some guys who are not quite popular yet to be on the main roster. I mean, it's Edge and Christian and the Hardys, but they're still rookies. They're still new. They're still in... I sent them to ECW to get better and to get more popular, and I borrowed them for the night to see where they're at. They pulled off a 40, which, I mean, is pretty good for Shotgun Saturday Night, but I still want them. They still have room to grow. That finishes the show. Show got an 88. And that is Monday Night Raw, guys. I'm glad to be back recording once again. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the subscribes. Please like, subscribe, follow the channel down. Follow the channel. For more Pro-Am gaming content, for more TEW content, for more other games that we are playing. Please like and subscribe. Thank y'all for all the love and support. Thank y'all for all the views that you give me and my recording partner, Sky. We appreciate all the love and support from you guys. I know I keep saying that. But let's go ahead and see what Monday Night Raw did. Haha, we beat them. Damn, that's a main event right there. Damn, that's a main event right there. 97. Hopefully one day I can pull off one like that. And we got an 88. So we beat them. We beat them. We put on the better show. But I'm hoping that I can record more often and get out here and stuff like that. I do have another project coming up to where I am playing with multiple people from the TEW page on Facebook. And we are doing kind of like a territory back in the 1940s, a territory day mod. We each have a territory that we control and a company with our own money. Everything was randomly generated. Money, our stats, everything into the game and see where everybody's at and doing their own little thing. Each person has their own style of booking and own style for everything. I'm excited. I can't wait to start recording that for you guys and putting it up there. Until the next one, guys, this has been DylanDaVillain. And remember, if you can't play with each other, then play with yourself. See y'all in the next one, guys.